Hey kids, it's time for another exciting episode of KWJUDAS. Goddamn dirty vultures, Arliss. Here on KWJUDAS. It is quite the honor to have y'all here on our esteemed show. How y'all doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Good to be here.
Good to be here.
I feel like we're all beatniking like making these old snappy fingers. We can do that through the whole show, right?
Yeah, that's now part of the show.
If I agree with something, I'll just...
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
This guy's not even going to talk. One snap for yes, two for yeah, one snap for yes, two for no.
How many to boof it?
Oh, we're already getting into that. Already into the boof. All right, the show's fucking over. God damn it.
Roll the credit
I told
music.
you guys to hold off on that. Your mom's going to be watching. We're already talking about boofing, and she's already turning it off like, God damn it, Kevin.
On the boofing again.
Well, we had practice at her house, so I'm sure she heard plenty, especially talking into the microphone and forgetting that you're talking into the microphone when you make
boofing into the microphone.
and boofing into the microphone.
Boofing the microphone.
You boof the microphone itself.
Sometimes.
So, at what point are we going to hear that on your recording?
Have not recorded yet, but we'll see.
Well, what the fuck is the point?
We are hitting the
boofing
studio
a microphone
at
if
the
you're
end of the
not
month.
recording it.
Well, I had to stretch up to it. So
Audio colonoscopy.
now I can get to it.
We're working on it. He's training.
Yeah.
It's a very vigorous schedule that we've got him on.
So, where do we find your guys' music at?
Everywhere.
So we'll be able to hear that on whatever music platform of your preference.
All of them.
Bandcamp,
Yeah, we're on-
SoundCloud.
We actually don't have a Bandcamp, but yeah, we can get it. We have them on Spotify,
Apple Music.
Apple Music.
You guys put your shit out through like DistroKid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. So it wouldn't be that hard to put the audio boofing of a microphone
Absolutely.
Oh,
it would
it'd be-
through
be
DistroKid. I mean, depending on the package plan that you're paying for. I don't think it'll you're going to pay the extra like CD baby.
I mean, I don't think they would censor it either. They would just... Because no one wants to admit they know what the sound of boofing is. So if anyone were to
I think
catch
it's
it, they'd
time.
be like, wait a minute, they boofed the mic.
It's time to bring that to the public.
Speeds.
It would be kind of a fun little concept album, right? Just like record whatever medical procedures, stuffing a microphone up your ass.
The boof files.
Yeah.
And then the extraction. You know, you're still going to have the microphone on when the doctor gets it out.
That's
right?
a bonus track.
You also hear them talking about it when you're like under,
a whole
and they're like, "Oh
concept
God,
album.
can you believe this?
Is that a
This
microphone?
guy's got a microphone in his ass."
What type of mic do you use for that?
The doctor's like, yeah, we get a couple of these every weekend.
every week.
Couple of drunk bastards like you thinking they're going to be the first ones to record an audio boofing.
Is that an SM57? Did you
By
put
the
that
way-
ribbon mic there?
All of these microphones that you are talking into are clean. They're safe.
Well, I want a boofed one.
You can take it with you after the show then. I don't want it. Just put it in a little Ziploc baggie for you and
Take it home.
send you on your way.
Nice.
And like a little Happy Meal toy.
Souvenir.
That's pretty cool.
Brought to you by DURPENSHLEE. So, that last song we had, is there like a story behind it?
Aaron, take it away.
Oh yeah, because I reckon I wrote this one. Not in particular. I mean, I had written it with another band I was in prior, and I just sat on it for years. And then when we were recording the album, it presented itself as an option, and like I said, been sitting on it a long time. Wasn't totally done, and then I don't know, came together really well. Eric had some other riffs that he was been sitting on for a while, and it really worked out. Like because they were totally independently written, but then we just kind of jammed them together. That doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Word.
It worked on this one.
Work with
So-
this. It worked with Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah.
Is that the name of another song?
No, the actual peanut butter cups.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Two
You're-
worlds colliding.
So just so the audience knows who we're talking to, you do
I'm Aaron, and I do the vocals and the bass.
vocals and bass. He's the Gene Simmons of the band.
Oh no,
He's the Les Claypool of the band.
that's better.
Yeah, and then I'm Eric. I play guitar and I sing. But Aaron is the vocalist for that song for Wounded Son. He does all the vocal work on that.
Cool. And then we got this guy over here in the corner.
My name is Chris, and I play the drums, and I do a lot of the screams and stuff on it.
And you've been on our show before.
yeah, me and Eric
And
both
you were,
have. With,
you were with Noise Ordinance as well.
Yeah.
The two of us.
Noise Ordinance, folks. If you want to go back and check these guys' old band out, back when they were young whippersnappers,
Yes.
opening up for Delphi Quorum, 19 years old, begging for us to buy beer for them. Will you take this $20 bill to the gas station for us? No, they didn't really do that. It was up in Ogden. They'll sell you beer, won't they? Ogden's fucking cool. I like Ogden.
I love Ogden. Yeah.
Ogden's a good time.
So is that where you guys are still at right now, or where you guys mostly jamming out of?
We're all just from Salt Lake.
Yeah,
Salt
we're-
Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Ogden anyway.
We play in Ogden a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No,
we
I
play
like playing there.
Kamikazes and
We were just up at Kamikazes last weekend, actually.
Kamikazes, cool.
I haven't been there in for fucking ever. I kind of forgot how small it is, like, inside. But it makes for a good... I don't know how many times you guys have ever seen it, but they have those wheeled chairs.
Oh, yeah.
And you get wheelchair mosh pits.
Those are great.
Yeah.
When you can
Couple
see
of
those.
times.
Those
I've
are
seen,
cool.
yeah, it's awesome. Almost every time we play, you get at least one person on one of those wheelchairs out there just going ape shit.
Turns
If
into
not
bumper cars.
everybody. Yeah, it's fucking great. I'm glad we're not the only ones. I hope that happens every show at
I hope it drives the
Kamikazes.
staff nuts. They're like, fuck, again?
When are we gonna get rid of those fucking wheeled chairs? And I don't know. I kind of like it on like employees' night, when no one else is around. I bet they have fun.
Yeah, like
They're
have
doing
fire
races.
extinguishers.
Race it
and-
around
They
the.
fill the whole floor like a ball pit and shit.
They have a good time up there, I'm sure.
If you work at Kamikazes and you're listening to this, please leave a comment. We want to know what you guys do.
Do you have fun with the chairs?
And do you have wheelchair mosh pits at every show? I mean, because
what's
it
the-
obviously
I need to
isn't
know.
just our shit.
It'd be less special if it was every show.
It would be special because it's still a Kamikazes
I guess,
thing.
yeah, it's
You
unique
know
to
what I mean?
Kamikazes.
Like, when you go to Kamikazes, there's going to be wheelchair fights and shit.
Cool.
Fights. They're picking them
There's a
up.
fucking full-on brawl,
Sometimes they get violent. They can get
Depends
violent
on-
on those chairs.
The type of hardcore band that's playing. You know what I mean? We played with some pretty heavy bands, and some wheelchairs were broken.
Damn.
No
good show.
handicaps were injured because no one was handicapped in the wheelchairs.
Yeah, it wasn't a-
I mean, I was, but I wasn't in one of the fucking wheelchairs. I'm all hobbling. I came up with a new way to rock out, the old man rock out, because I got I'm walking with a cane now and shit, and so I'm like shaking my can, like you damn you, get off my lawn, you sons of bitches, and everyone else just kind of looking at me like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's cool or not, but you're rocking out just the same.
No, it all counts. It all counts.
Word. So how long have you guys been a band? Since the noise ordinance.
Yeah, so Noise Ordinance broke up back in the summer of 2018, like end of June, like early July. And then Damn Dirty Vultures played our first show. I want to say it was October. Like
No, it was
right after
August.
that. August, yeah.
it
It's
was
always
August.
I'm always way later.
No, you're good. It's August. And then Aaron,
So we didn't waste no time.
Aaron was just supposed to fill in on bass. He's like, yeah, I'll get you guys started so we could play our first few shows and stuff and meet other musicians and find a bass player. And going on our 5th year now, he's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Still here.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Still looking for a bass player. Just kidding.
No,
Just kidding.
That's harsh. All right, well, let's get on to another song or two. This is the Damn Dirty Vultures here on KWJUDAS. Thank y'all for joining us tonight.
War crimes crush our enemies. Blood drives maggots swarming. I see the tree barren of leaves. I see it, a face I knew once before. I feel it, it chills me to the core. I know it, try forevermore. Dark figures forming before my eyes. Presence is paralyzing, it moves and glows. Grabs me by the shoulder, won't let me go. Leans and right beside me and tells me that it's all my fault. I see it, a face I knew once before. I feel it, it chills me to the core. I know it, try forevermore. I'm running fast for my life. No escaping this wicked night. All the rotten decay has faded away. On the mountaintop I escape with my life. I see it, I feel it, I know it. Your eyes are barely open. You don't need your sight to see. Focus on my whole faith in me. Hold the world over your eyes. Trust me with your soul. Blind leading the blind to a wolf in sheep's clothes. Staring at me through the looking glass. The world that I perceive shall come to pass. If you don't agree with this imagery, you'll be set ablaze for your heresy. Salvation deals in damnation. I know your evil fantasies. Salvation, won't you please give me a life of toxic fallacies with a metal velocity. Whispers from the echo chamber are deafening. Trumpets sound for the righteous and the reckoning. Salvation deals in damnation. The truths that I have spoken are the only truths you need. A single word of doubt plants an evil seed. Confess all your wicked pleasures, or you'll remain unclean. Say you want heaven's treasures, your speech is too obscene. A silver tongue servant can't speak no wrong. Do as I command, sing the angel's song. Better listen close and behold the ghost. Die for the teachings that I hold so close. Salvation deals in damnation. I know your evil fantasies. Salvation, won't you please give me a life of toxic fallacies with a metal velocity.
Who just hooted?
That's inappropriate.
I'm sorry.
I think for the setting right now, a hoot is kind of uncalled for, wouldn't you say?
Where's your
Snap some.
decorum?
Have you no
Somebody get this
decorum?
guy out of here.
sorry.
This is a snapping environment.
Damn dirty shows are a snapping environment.
Right. We already kind of talked about that, but then I was a chode, and I somehow deleted that part of the thing, because that's what chodes do.
They delete stuff.
Or they just accidentally didn't record something they thought they recorded. As I was also explaining, is not the first time I've done that. But, you know, I told you, you knew I was a chode when you picked me up. And I hope everybody gets that reference. And I'm not going to tell the barn story again either. God damn it. I actually had these guys going until I got my head blown off.
Yeah.
But we can still talk about you guys' tour, because there was more things happening there than people getting their heads blown off for not being able to stick a fruit in their ass without laughing.
Without laughing.
Who gets off on that sort of thing? You know? I want to see you stick a fruit in your ass without laughing, or else I'm going to blow your head. Like,
yeah, real weird.
Goes home and just jerks
Definitely
off to
not
that. Yeah. Anyways, too bad the audience doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. Let's move on to the next subject. So, you guys' tour, the one where that didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
The New Mexico thing, that was cool.
That was cool. Played in a shed, had a lot of fun.
Farmington, New Mexico, playing in sheds where there's no Ferris wheel.
Sold out sheds.
Sold out sheds,
dude.
Denver, Barnaby Gyms.
Yeah, we had some blue collared, not blue collared, white collared
gentlemen in pea coats.
buying us drinks.
And the finest pea coats.
Raging for our Rage Against the Machine cover.
Right. Tipping over fucking pool tables and shit.
Yeah, dude, that was
falling
nice.
over, breaking glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so after New Mexico, we hit Arizona.
Arizona's rough.
Yeah, Arizona's
We went to
rough.
Tucson first.
It seems rough. Seems like a rough place.
Everybody there is hot and mad, dude.
Yeah,
They're just hot and angry.
I think that Arizona just needs a little Christmas.
Yeah, bring Christmas to Arizona.
Never had a white Christmas in Arizona.
It's like just red and brown Christmas.
Hot.
Maybe we need to just go there and record us a Christmas album. It's an Arizona Christmas. So what the fuck happened there?
So in Tucson, that's where we went first, right after Farmington. We played this place called the Edge Bar. Kind of a cool place. Like it was a nice little area.
Yeah.
Except the fact that they didn't hire a sound guy.
I hate that.
And
Yeah,
then
contact.
they wanted the touring band, us, to be the sound guys. They were like, well, it's your guys' show. You guys do it. And
Right. It makes sense to them.
And, so we ran these guys mostly. Like Eric and Aaron did most of the sound. I don't know any of that stuff.
Was
I'm
there
just
any
a
other
drummer.
local supporting acts?
There was 2 local acts.
And they didn't want to do it?
No.
And
Not
they
help.
complained the whole time about how they
about how
couldn't
it was
hear
going along.
anything in the monitors.
Bastards.
Yeah, and we were like, come on, like we're not sound guys. Like,
You got to pay us double.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other part.
Yeah.
of that.
That's what's funny.
the other-
Oh, should I even ask?
You should. That's the funny part.
So how'd that go?
So we were supposed. So to be fair, the Edge Bar, they're just a bar. They didn't book any of this. It was this promoter woman.
yeah.
we won't
Right.
name names.
And we got the email chain to kind of prove some shit, but it doesn't matter at this point. But we were guaranteed $100, which isn't a ton of money, but it's guaranteed $100.
better
bucks.
than any
kicking
guarantee.
ass.
Any
Yeah.
is better than anything, especially because it's Arizona on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And we're
Anywhere on a Sunday
anywhere on a
night.
Sunday's rough, especially
Like $100 guarantee is okay. I feel
that's
like
not bad, especially
better than nothing.
Yeah, we're nobodies. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, if nobody knows who you are in that
Yeah.
town, then fucking you're lucky to get a gig on a Sunday.
A gig.
Try
yeah.
getting one here in Utah, around Utah County.
Yeah.
As a touring band, I get hit up and I'm just like, we can do a radio show. I'm not even gonna try to find a local gig around here. But anyways,
So it was through her. We were guaranteed $100. So no matter if the show made $2 or more than that, we were at least supposed to get $200 or
Right.
$100. That's what
Right.
a guarantee means.
But it usually comes out of the liquor sales or something. You know?
There's got to be some
Bars
way
do
to get
a
us that
pretty
money.
good profit margin off of liquor sales.
Yes.
Some way to give us that money, because the way I see it, you know, this promoter is at the show. They represent the promotion company. You know, the promotion company is to guarantee us $100. That's how I see it. So however they get it is on them, right? So that was supposed to be $100 just to play.
Yeah.
But we ended up having to run sound and like figure out the sound system, which for some reason wasn't even plugged in. Like
What-
none
Yeah.
of the
was hooked
speakers
up?
It
were
wasn't
plugged
set up
into
or anything. We had to set it up too.
I've been there.
And things
In fact,
are
I just
wired
did a
weird.
show like that last month.
And we used 3 vocal mics, and there was only 1 mic stand. And we didn't bring any. We made the mistake of not bringing any.
Idiots.
Because apparently in Arizona, it's very much like the band takes care of their own shit all the time.
guess,
Everything.
yeah.
I guess.
Right.
So, yeah, that was kind of rough. But then at the end of the night, the other bands left already, like, once we started playing. And
Did
it
you
was
have to
just
go
us.
last?
We went
Yeah,
last.
we had to go
Oh
last.
man, that's another kind of dick move is putting the touring band last, unless the touring band is
Is
the
And-
reason everyone's there.
They're a national, like, huge touring band, cool. But
Yeah.
you know, we're just schmoes. You
We're
know,
just
trying to
trying
get
to
our
get
name
right,
out there.
yeah.
If you just kind of DIY touring, then put the touring band in the
in the middle, yeah.
That's
But-
kind of like just. I'm not going to say the rules, but it is sort of like an
It's
unspoken
common courtesy,
If
yeah.
you're working with underground bands and shit, like you should just kind of fucking know that.
Well, we should.
Anybody listening right now, if you're trying to put together shows and you're facilitating an on-tour group that is not well known in your hometown, do them a favor and put them in the middle of the show.
Do not put them last, because everybody
Don't
will
put them
leave.
last.
Well,
Don't put them first. Maybe first, but still in the middle is best.
yeah. And that's the other thing is maybe we should have picked bands that were trying to do the same thing as us, because then we can help them if they come out here. But chances are, these bands we played with, you know,
They're
they're not
just
looking
They
to tour.
also were
Right.
You know, they're
interesting
just
people.
like they're there to play. That's it.
So we
But-
get done playing our set last, and all the other bands have left. And while we're like getting ready to tear down our stuff, like we just barely played the last note, and the promoter is packing up her stuff, like her laptop, and like booking it out of
She's
the
like
venue.
getting ready to leave. She's hugging
That's a
couple
good
people.
sign.
She's
Yeah.
like almost left without talking to us about payment.
Anything.
So I like noticed that. I turned to Chris. I'm like, Chris, I like kind of pointed.
So
at
Stop her!
Yeah, so I like run after her, and I was like, "Hey, like our booking company said that there was a guarantee of $100, so we can at least, you know, pay for gas to get to the next place."
Right.
Gas at the time was freaking like
It was over $6.
yeah, it was ridiculous.
Depending on where you were.
Yeah, she was like, well, like, your guys should have got with me, and, like, we should have had, like, better bands. And then went on to tell me that the band that did play with us had a good pull at a previous show. So I'm like, what is it? Did we pick the right band, or did we not? And yeah, she's like, I only have like $50 to give you, and she like pulled out like $50 out of her wallet,
She's like out of
and-
my pocket.
yeah, and like handed it
What
to
a
us,
saint.
and we were like,
And I was
oh,
like, well, no, give me $100 out of
thanks
your
for-
pocket. Because you are the promotion company, right? You are the
Exactly.
promoter, so you got to give me that money. Like, I don't
and we
care
also
where it comes
did
from.
sound like,
Yeah, we're like
for free.
So
If we were the sound guys, you should pay us for the sound.
We played for half off, and we did sound for free for all the bands.
Yeah, so we
Like-
should have gotten paid at least like $250.
Well, and got shit on by the other bands while doing it, and by her. Like she was also
Yeah.
like, "It sounds awful," and we're like,
Well, we're not sound guys.
we're not sound
You
guys.
fucking run the sound.
and then
Vince.
yeah, exactly. That's what I said to her. I was like, "If you want to, go for it." She's like, "Well, I don't know," and I was like, "Neither do I."
Neither
like,
do
are
I.
you
We
for
were here
real?
to
Like-
play.
And she had this like sleazy dude with her. I imagine it's her feller, but like.
Tall,
you're-
swanky,
if you're-
evil guy.
He was short though. He was a shorter guy. He wasn't very big or like menacing or anything, but he was just slimy. You could tell he was slimy.
He looked untrustworthy.
No, and he
He's
was
got
wearing
that
a leather
greasy
trench coat.
mustache and
He had a leather trench coat in Arizona. Like,
oh,
yeah,
weird.
don't. Ew.
Yeah, it wasn't that cold.
And like
there.
a chain, like, and he looked like a weird mob boss, but like a failed one. And so
Yeah,
he moved to
Arizona.
Tucson. But he moved to Tucson,
So now he's promoting
Poor
underground
guy.
local shows.
and he has to deal with
You
that.
should feel
that
bad
now.
for him more than anything. I mean,
Not when he's trying to like mean mug me
He was
because
like the
his
muscle.
his wife like fucked up.
he probably has some strange disease.
I
I hope so.
That's why he's wearing a fucking leather trench coat in
He's like always
Tucson,
cold.
Arizona.
Underneath, he's almost a skeleton.
Oh,
Fucking
God.
poor guy.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
He's like that. If you take off his coat, he's the doctor at the end of Roger Rabbit.
Hell of a
Remember
reference.
me, Eddie?
Hell of a reference.
I believe it.
That's at least what I'm imagining here. So what happened after Tucson then?
After
So
two
the next day after that, we were supposed to go to Phoenix and
So,
play the blues
supposed
bar.
to?
we did go to
Yeah,
Phoenix.
so
were
we
in
went to
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Like the day before, so while we were in Tucson, we were also getting some messages about how one of the bands in Phoenix had to drop out due to exposure to COVID. And so like,
Can't
yeah,
argue
whatever.
there.
No, I can't.
We still had like the other band, and then there was this other touring band from California that had hit us up and was looking for shows in Arizona, and we were like, actually, a band just dropped out. Come play in Phoenix with us.
That's always nice.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they had like
Cool
6
guys.
shows cancel on their tour.
Dude,
Fuck.
These
yeah,
guys from
rough
LA.
run.
So they were like, hey, can we join up with you guys?
Yeah.
They were actually looking to join the Tucson show.
How did you know
as
that?
well.
They just hit us up.
They
out
just
of the
hit us
blue.
up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Huh.
They saw
Word.
that we were on tour, and they were like, hey, like, you guys
That's
need
cool.
another
Yeah,
band?
a
Yeah,
punk
well-
band from Los Angeles.
The
Ponds.
Ponds, yeah.
Shout
The
out to them.
Ponds.
Shout
Cool
out to the
guys.
Ponds.
Mad props to the Pawns.
Really cool
Anyway.
guys.
How do you spell that?
PAWNS.
Dude,
Like a chess pawn, right?
that rings a bell.
It's like
They
a
play out
skate
a
punk
lot.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
I've worked with a lot of fucking bands over the years, and I was drunk the whole time.
so
But that does ring a bell.
we got to Phoenix, like we drove up there the next day, and an hour before the show, got an email from the other local band that was going to be playing, and they said that they had to drop because one of them tested positive for COVID. So we're like at
Damn.
the venue at this point. Like we're getting ready to load in, and the manager of the blues bar was not happy that there was no other local bands playing. And this is a Monday now.
I can understand that. I mean,
Yeah,
fuck.
I get it too. Like I understand that the whole thing was kind of messed up, but then she like proceeded to scream at me. like at us
I
about
mean-
how this whole show is just fucked, and that she like should never, like she would never book a band on a Monday anyway, and how she was making an exception for this, and that she's just not gonna stay open, and like told all of her staff just to like go home, and was like like
close up
fuck you
shop.
guys, and like which I get it. Like I get if you don't want, you know, like I'm a bartender. I've been in the bar business a little while now, and I get that you're trying to make money. And if we're not going to make you money, then you don't want us to play your bar. But
But
she
to
could've
close
been-
up shop and everything.
dude, she like full on screamed at us over like
that.
over the 2 local bands having COVID. Like we had nothing to do with that, and
Well,
Yeah.
She just really
Somebody
made
like
it feel
that
like it
shouldn't
was
be
our
in that
fault.
position.
Yeah, it was on us.
it was on
Yeah,
us. It was
somehow
our
it was
fault.
our
Really?
fault. Just the way she kind of talked and directed it at us
Well-
made it seem like it was something we did. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, we just.
It's your
this
fault
shit
because this is the
happens.
only night you could play.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
And I was like, you were the one that took the risk booking the show on a Monday, which you're not open usually. She's like, oh, I'm not usually open on Mondays. So it's like, well, then don't be.
Yeah. Then don't take the show.
Don't
That's
take
not
the
my
risk.
fault that you made the risk. And
You
like,
took the gamble, and the gamble didn't pay off. I'm sorry.
sure close your bar, but that's not my.
Also, fuck
Problem.
COVID. Let's
Right.
just say that.
Yeah, that's what kind of.
Oh, what are you gonna go scream at COVID now?
That,
Tell her
that
that.
is realistically who is really at fault.
Fucking COVID! You bloody fucking cunt! Oh, have you read for this?
So we didn't even get
Fuck
to play
you,
with the Ponds.
COVID! Fuck you!
So yeah, we didn't get to play the show. We didn't get to
And
play
fuck the Pope!
While we're at it.
While we're at it.
I had to get that out of me.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna say that wasn't me.
So yeah, Arizona wasn't the best time for us.
No,
we'll
Arizona
have to.
wasn't fun.
We hope to
maybe
go
try
out again. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to try
We want to
again.
come play with you guys if anybody out in Arizona is listening.
They got a lot of cool snakes and lizards and shit. Yeah.
They have those cacti that
These
That
guys
have the
with the
arms?
arms out.
Yeah, you
Those
got
guys are
those.
those
sweet.
guys are great.
They got
Well, yeah, the scenery was beautiful.
cool rocks and stuff.
Yeah, the rock formations, like that pine forest we drove through on the way to Phoenix. I don't remember the name of the national park that you drive through, but gorgeous pine
Yeah, that was
forest,
nice.
like the
Good
canyons. Beautiful. People are awful.
Well, our experience.
Our
was
experience
the best.
with the, I guess,
the
handful
one
of people.
time we went through Arizona, yeah, it was not the best.
We had failed mobsters. We had evil business owners.
Yeah, people stiffing up,
Chupacabras.
Hey, you didn't. Okay. What's this about the
That
chupacabras?
was just a joke. There was
you
no
didn't mention that
chupacabra.
shit.
There was no chupacabra.
There was
You
no
take the
chupacabras.
chupacabra seriously, Aaron. You don't bring that up as a joke.
I feel like in Arizona they should take the chupacabra about as seriously as they take Sasquatch up north. You know, you go up into
real.
Washington and Oregon, there's not like a question of like, is there Sasquatch? It's where is
he?
there
Where's
Sasquatch?
Where
I
is he at?
fucking love it. I mean, it's awesome. I've never seen him. I hope to one day. That's actually just like on my bucket list. When I finally see a Bigfoot, even if he kills me, dude. That actually, you know how they there's that age-old question: if you could pick, how do you die? I want to be killed by a Sasquatch.
That sounds terrifying.
Not many people get Sasquatch.
Well,
I
how
want
do
to
we
get
know?
Sasquatched.
I don't even know.
How would we
many.
know? They
How
would
many
just say it
people
was a
get
bear
squatched?
attack. Or if they find the body at all.
Right. But I still want to. Maybe I'll be the first one. You know,
They know if it got
it'll
squashed.
be a scientific revolution. This is the first actual documented Sasquatch victim. There was that thing, only like a year ago or so, that they were really trying to convince you that happened, and I'm pretty sure it was bullshit. But did you guys hear about that? There was like a whole camp that supposedly was eaten, or definitely just fucking ripped the fuck apart by Bigfoots.
Big feet?
Big
feet?
It's
big
Bigfoot.
feet. How do you pluralize
Bigfoots.
Bigfoot?
I think it's just Bigfoots.
Sasquatches.
Well, I think it's Sasquatches.
Sasquatch?
Sasquatch.
I think Sasquatch is already plural.
I
like
think
fish.
Bigfoot is a specific one, like his name. But I think Sasquatch is the
The
species.
Bigfoot is, yeah, like the tall tail.
Is the
person.
animal, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Squatches.
so.
Sasquatch.
And that's the
Is that
North American version of it too.
Yeah.
You know,
You got
depending
the
on where
Yeti.
you go, they got like
Yeah.
the Yeti and the Alma and shit like that. You know, which we could go on and on and on about.
The Squatch.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to?
I mean,
No, we should probably play some more music.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do
Good.
that.
We could, but do you guys want
Squatches.
to?
Or chupacabras.
Okay, so the chupacabra thing. What happened?
Oh, there was no chupacabras.
You bastard!
I know. I
he
hit
was
with it twice
joking.
somehow.
Teased
Sweet.
ya.
You guys got anything, any kind of cryptozoology,
Not really.
paranormal?
No.
These guys are skeptics. They don't.
All right, well,
I'm not.
So tell
I'm
us
not.
some Jesus stories.
Jesus.
This one time by the holy priesthood, I actually consecrated some oil.
What did that entail?
You bless the oil.
What kind of oil? Like
Well, you put it on somebody's head.
5W30?
And yeah, it's WD-40. It's actually illegal if they find it in your fish and tackle box. You can't be using that consecrated oil for the wrong purposes, Arliss. All right, let's get to some more music there, huh?
Sweet.
We got the damn dirty Vultures here. Thank y'all for joining us. It's mighty kindly of you.
Thank
Hey, kid.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it, Derpin Guy. Last time you left me in that freeze tank for over a month.
Exactly what leads me to my next question. Have you ever just sat around and wondered what a boof sounds like?
A what?
Why, my boy, the sound of a good boof soothes even the savage beast.
But I don't even know what that is. How am I supposed to know what it sounds like?
I'm glad you asked, dear lad. You just need one of DURPENSHLEE's audio colonoscopies.
Oh, geez, Derpin Guy, I can't help but notice just how many Derpin products involve going into or coming out of the rectum.
You know, kid, sometimes it's just the Derpin way.
Oh, let's get this over with.
Wait, you know what a colonoscopy is, but you don't know the word boof?
I'm just not sure if I've ever heard you use it in proper context.
Just get back in the freeze tank, Derpin kid. You're not worthy of DURPENSHLEE.
Oh.
Brought to you by DURPENSHLEE. And remember, if it doesn't say Derpin, it's not DURPENSHLEE.
Daring feet, no one believes.
I've never had a band just so synchronized with, like everyone's just in snapping position.
We've been hanging out a
Long
while.
before the song is over.
So like 40 measures.
Yeah.
We basically hit play on the next song, and everyone's like, wait for it. We're all just in snapping position. And then it's like, I didn't tell you there was going to be 3 songs. So they've been sitting here for 3 straight songs with their arms like looking like little crabs. Just waiting to snap. All right. So we are at the end of the hour. Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry. We're going to have to let you go. No severance pay.
Oh, my beat
After
slipped.
30 years?
Damn.
Yeah, and we're going to make you run sound for free.
Yeah. Damn.
That happens.
That does.
It
you know.
does.
I figured
It does happen.
once I heard that story, it's like, let's have these guys over more often. I mean, you
Production
won't be
gets
the
way
guest
easy.
on the show. You'll just be running sound.
Sound
Because,
for
without the wizard, it's like, what else are we to do? When we get the vultures.
We got it.
So, before we go, you already said you're on every platform. Spotify,
Spotify,
DURPENSHLEE, Blurkenschlee, Flurbendy.
Flurpendy's new one. We had to work on that one. The contract was
Right,
a son of a bitch. But Spotify, YouTube.
I could get you on Flurbendy.
You can?
You can?
Yeah. We'll talk about this after the show.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
But
yes,
so
yes.
any new releases or new tours or new projects of interest you'd like to share?
Coming up here, we're going to start recording for some releases set for early next year, probably around February-ish. We'll see how well it plays out, but we're excited to get back in the studio. We've been working on some new stuff that I think everyone's gonna find pretty tasty. I'm really excited about a lot of these. These are cool. These are cool jams we got coming out.
Some of our heaviest
2023.
stuff.
Yeah.
So when you say tasty, you mean in a heavy sort of way?
I think this is some of the heaviest stuff we've done so far. Like,
Yeah.
Pretty intense stuff.
pretty
This is us
intense,
trying to
yeah.
prove our steel, so to speak, our metal edge.
Gumption.
Yeah.
Prowess.
The Moxie.
Before we go on our
How
weird
much spunk we
psychedelic
got?
Are we
tangent.
spunky?
Word. I'm sticking with gumption. All right. Well, before we get to our last song, what would you guys...
There it is.
All right, there's the song. Fuck! KWJUDAS, Free Radio Provo. Thank you all for joining us. Damn dirty vultures!
Savior, a mystical kind, protector of the soul.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us on yet another exciting episode of KWJUDAS on Free Radio Provo. We're now turning it back to our regular Free Radio programming.